Good morning, guys. I'm back with the fourth video of financial management, which is for the second unit. So we'll be covering second unit now in the subsequent lectures. So this is again just a brief intro for those who have been joining for the first time. So myself, Sandhya, working as an assistant professor at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. I take BBA classes and I have done my specialization in finance. So the topics that we are going to cover in the subsequent videos are investment decisions, brief introduction of the cost of capital, methods of capital budgeting. In that we are going to cover ARR, that is accounting rate of return, PBP, that is payback period, NPV, which stands for net present value, and IRR, that is internal rate of return. And at last, we'll be doing capital rationing. So this entire unit will be relating to investment decisions. Now, in the previous lectures, I have told you that in financial management, we only cover three kinds of major three kinds of decisions are there, which are investment decisions, then we have financing decisions and dividend decisions. So investing decision is something in which we focus on the investment, like we have to invest a pool of funds in various projects available. So now when we hear about this term called investment, what comes into your mind? The first thing that comes into your mind is that some amount of money is involved and some kind of return we expect out of it. So what exactly is this investment? So here, investment is an asset or item which is being acquired with the goal of generating income or some kind of appreciation. See, whenever you are doing an investment, the thing is that you are creating an asset. You create a new asset, all right? And in exchange of that, you have to pay some amount of money. You have to commensurate that in terms of monetary, you have to commensurate it in monetary terms. Now, for example, you can invest your money in property, or you can invest it in some kind of machinery, or you can invest it in the expansion of your business. There are n number of things in which you can invest your money, and all these kinds of investments create some kind of asset. When you are purchasing a new machinery, you are investing your money and you are creating a new asset, that is machinery. And if you are trying to purchase a new building, or you are expanding your business by having a new plant, then that plant becomes your asset. So you are always creating a new asset when we talk about investment. And why we actually acquire that asset, why are we actually spending some amount of money to purchase that asset? Because we want to or we expect some return out of it. Whenever we are investing, we hope that in future we'll get some return out of it, or we'll be able to generate some income out of it, right? So for example, if you are purchasing a new machinery, the return that you're going to get is that it will help you in smooth functioning of your business, or you might be able to produce more items, your output, your productivity will increase, right? And if you are thinking about purchasing a new building, then you might then you can just earn some rental income out of it. So whatever asset or whatever investment you're doing, it will always give you some income. It will always give you some return. So investment is the act of putting money to work. Basically, we start making our money to work. Okay, we put that money into action and we buy a new asset, we create a new asset which will help us to generate new income. Now, there are several things in which we invest our money. We might go for expansion of our business, right? We might go for replacement of some existing machinery, of some existing asset or technology, or we might just purchase some asset, new asset, some machinery or something like that, right? And all these investments have future oriented returns. We always expect return out of it. And they are also a huge commitment of funds, because we commit our funds for a longer period of time. So these three things are very important points, or we can say three components are very important when we talk about investment. One is asset creation. Second is return that we expect out of it. And third, commitment of money or commitment of funds. Now that you have understood what investment is, why or what kind of investment options do we have, and what kind of decisions do we have to take when we talk about investment. ठीक है, we are very clear कि हमें invest करना है पैसे को, but where should we actually invest, or how will we ensure कि ये investment option हमारे लिए best है. So we'll do that in the subsequent lectures. So these are some of the questions that might come to your mind when we talk about investment. First thing is, why do we actually invest? This I've already answered कि हम invest इसीलिए करते हैं क्योंकि हमें कुछ earn करना है या फिर हमें अपनी organization को grow कराना है. ठीक है? So we invest because we want to grow or we want some return out of it. Second thing is where to invest. What are the options available to us where we can put our money or where we can just invest our money? So one is stock. We can invest it in shares. We can invest it in bonds also, or other government securities or any other private securities as well. We can invest that money in property also, retailing sector. We can utilize that money for our expansion also. Expansion as in you might go for a new production location, or you might just want to add on a new line to your product, or you want to introduce a new product or a new change or something like that, which will help you to expand your business. You might also go for replacement. Sometimes what happens is that your business or the machineries that you're using become very obsolete, right? And that needs to be replaced so that we are up to date and we are advanced and we are able to perform efficiently. So for that purpose also, we can use our pool of funds. And there are many other options available as well. Now, next thing that might come to your mind is for how long to invest. ठीक है, क्यों इन्वेस्ट करना है ये पता चल गया, कहाँ इन्वेस्ट करना है ये भी पता चल गया, बट फॉर हाउ लॉन्ग, कितने टाइम के लिए हमें वो इन्वेस्ट करके रखना है. नाउ दिस वेरीज. ठीक है, फ्रॉम इंडस्ट्री टू इंडस्ट्री, फ्रॉम कॉर्पोरेट टू कॉर्पोरेट, इट डिफर्स. एंड सेकेंडली, there are two kinds of investments that any corporate or any industry would make. One is short-term investment. Second is long-term investment. And when we are talking about investment decisions, we will restrict ourselves to long-term investments only. Short-term का मतलब जो आपकी working capital investments होती हैं वो होती हैं, and long-term जो अभी हम इस unit में करेंगे, जहाँ पे हम capital assets में invest करते हैं. So we'll stick to long-term investments only in this unit, right? As I've told you that there are two kinds of decisions, long-term and short-term. Short-term is working capital and long-term is capital budgeting. Now, what is the nature of these investment decisions? इसमें क्या-क्या चीजें हैं जो हमें देखनी होती है, या क्या-क्या इसके components हैं, या क्या-क्या इनके characteristics हैं, features क्या हैं? So there are 5 characteristics of it, or you can say nature is of 5 kinds. First is irreversible nature, then long-term commitment of funds, large investment, risk involvement, and long-term effect on profitability. Now see, why do we say that it is of irreversible nature? See, whenever you are investing some amount of money, which involves huge amount, and the commitment period is also long, in that case, it is very difficult for you to go back. Okay, for example, if you have invested in some machinery worth rupees 20 lakhs, or maybe let's say 1 crore. Okay, it's a big machinery which will help you to increase the productivity. Now, due to some reason, the machinery turns out to be faulty, and you cannot get the insurance company to replace it or whatever. That option is not available, and some other kind of error comes up. So now the only option that you're left with is you just have to scrap it. Okay, you just have to sell it off. Now in that case, the company will incur lots and lots of cost, and that is why we say that these are irreversible nature, because it is always beneficial, or it is always advisable to understand the importance of such decisions, and they should be made very carefully. It is always advisable to think about all the factors beforehand and not afterwards, right? Because these are of irreversible nature. You cannot go back, and even if you try to go back, even if you try to sell it off, then you will have to incur lots of cost. You might have to incur losses also, which is not a good idea. Second thing is long-term commitment of funds. Investment decisions, obviously, I have told you that they are for a longer period of time, and usually more than a year. So for that, it's a commitment for a longer period of time. All right. So then again, it becomes very important that you understand the complexity of these kinds of decisions. Third is large investment. These projects, these investment projects will help you to grow, will help your business to grow. And when something of great importance is there, when something is so substantial, the amount cannot be less. The amount has to be huge. If something will help you to have the benefit over a longer period of time, over a period of, let's say, 10 years, 20 years, then that amount cannot be small. That has to be huge only. So it's a large investment. आपका काफी सारा पैसा लगता है इसमें, and that is why जो हमारे sources होते हैं ये funds को raise करने के लिए, वो हमारे खुद के नहीं होते. We have to go public. हमें public से पैसा लेना पड़ता है, because इतना ज़्यादा huge amount we cannot raise from our own. ठीक है, हमारी retained earnings cannot be sufficient to continue with such investments, right? Fourth is risk involvement. जहां पर टाइम भी ज्यादा है, अमाउंट भी ज्यादा है, इरिवर्सिबल नेचर भी है, वहां पे ऑब्वियसली रिस्क तो होगा ही, राइट? सो यहाँ पे it's very risky, because chances are that over if we look at in longer period of time, long term perspective, then it's possible that the average return might increase, but the fluctuations in the earnings that you are getting in short run will definitely increase the risk of the company. क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली आपको जो रिटर्न या जो कॉस्ट है वो इन्वेस्टमेंट की, जो आपने जहां से पैसा लिया है, जिन शेयर होल्डर से, डिबेंचर्स होल्डर से आपने पैसा लिया है, you have to pay them some kind of return, and that return is actually financed by the return you get from these investments. And if the investment is of volatile nature, then obviously the shareholders and debenture holders will have to suffer, which will increase the risk factors of your company. So it's very risky. So it is good, or it is better that you think about all these components before making an investment. Then last is long-term effect on profitability. See, the effect of these investments will not be reaped off in the present time, in the present financial year, or in the or in the succeeding financial year. The benefit is reaped off over a period of time, like let's say 5 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, whatever, so on and so forth. Increase हो सकता है, इससे ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है, 20 years, 30 years भी हो सकता है. So you cannot assume कि जो benefit होगा that will last only for just 1 year. It will always have a long-term effect on the profitability. Okay, because if I talk about the same example of the machinery, अगर आपने कोई नई machinery खरीदी है, that machinery will help you to increase the productivity. Now, when you are able to increase the productivity, when you are able to increase the output, your sales will also go up. Then definitely your profits will also go up. So Now that machinery will be in your company or will be in use for let's say 10 years. Obviously, when we are purchasing a machinery worth rupees 1 crore, we will expect that the machinery should be operating for a period of 5 years or 10 years. So the effect on profitability will also last for 5 years and or 10 years, until and unless the machinery becomes obsolete and there are other options available in the market which will further increase the profitability. Then we will switch to those machineries. Okay. Now, next is, why do we or what are the need of investing decisions? So what is the need for investing decisions, or why do we actually or where do we actually invest the money? So there are three categories in which we can invest our money. First is for business expansion, second is for product replacement or asset replacement, then third is buy or hire, purchase or lease some asset. All right, so these three categories are there. I'll explain you what all these three categories are all about. So the first one, business expansion. See, the term is self-explanatory. We will invest for the expansion of our business. Now, what kind of expansion? How do we actually expand our business? See, when we are talking about expansion, we might want to expand the locations, the production locations, the production sites location, uh, or we might want to add a new product line. हम एक नया product add करना चाहते हैं. For example, if Lakme decides to launch a new product which is totally different, like अभी जो भी उनकी present products available हैं, जो भी उनकी product lines हैं cosmetics में, if they want to come up with a new product which was not existing, which was not earlier existing, then that will be business expansion, because they are trying to add on a new line, right? Or let's say abhi at present Johnson's Baby is producing products for only the infants or the toddlers or the babies. Now if Johnson's wants to come up with something for the older generation, Johnson's old or Johnson's oldie, then that will be a new product line. So that will be expansion, right? So there are n number of options available here. You can expand your business using any of these options available. ठीक है, आप प्रोडक्ट के थ्रू एक्सपैंड करना चाहते हो वैसे कर सकते हो. इफ यू वांट टू एक्सपैंड विद द प्रोडक्शन लैंड जहाँ पे आप प्रोड्यूस करते हो, आप अपना लोकेलिटी से दूर भी कहीं पर जाना चाहते हो, then that is also available. That option is also available, right? And you can also go international. Like, all right, if you have already exploited all the domestic markets, then you might think of going international. Then that is also an example of business expansion. Okay. Then second is product replacement, or just say replacement. यहाँ पे replacement किसी भी चीज की हो सकती है, asset की भी, plant की भी, machinery की भी, building की भी, किसी भी चीज की. Now, when do we have to actually replace something? कोई भी चीज को हम replace कब करते हैं? When that product is no longer in use, or we do not need it, or something better is available in the market, right? When we feel that, you know, all my clothes are dull and they have turned very boring, I'll go out and I'll just shop something new. Why? Because I might feel that my existing ones are obsolete now, or I'm getting bored out of them, so I'll just replace them. Or let's say, when do we actually buy a new car? When we feel that our existing vehicle is no longer in use or has become obsolete, there's some kind of some breakdown has happened or some other problem has come up. So in that case, you will think of replacing it and you will buy a new vehicle. So that's how the companies also go about this policy. When they feel that the existing plant, asset or any machinery has turned out to be obsolete and, you know, they have become outdated, then they will think of replacing that product. So they can use the pool of money for that replacement. Because obviously when you will be selling off that asset, जो आपका existing asset था, you won't be able to get the the full amount that for which you have purchased it for the first time. जब आपने उसको first time जिस value पे खरीदा था, आपको वही same value नहीं मिलेगी जब आप उसको बेचोगे. That will be the scrap value is always lesser than the amount that you have paid for the purchase of that asset. So obviously, how you're going to finance the replacement? So for that, you need some extra or additional money. और वो कहाँ से आएगा? Obviously, वो आपको लेना पड़ेगा कहीं से, ठीक है? तो आप यहाँ पर invest करोगे उस पैसे को replacement के लिए, ठीक है? Then next is hire, purchase, or buying something on lease or whatever. So this option basically is जब आपको कोई नई चीज खरीदनी है, ठीक है? When you want to purchase a new thing, or you want to have it on rental basis, or you want to lease it out, then that option is also available, and that is also an option in which you can invest your money. Now, next thing is, what are the factors that actually affect your investing decisions? We know now, we are able to understand that what is investment, why we invest, and where we invest. So what is investment? Investment is something in which we are committing our funds for a longer period of time in a hope that it will generate some income for us. Okay? Next question was where to invest. We can invest it for business expansion, we can invest it for replacement, or we can do it for purchasing a new asset or hiring a new asset or renting it out. Now, next was that why do we actually invest? Now, obviously, we invest money so that we can grow or we can get some income out of it. We can generate income out of it. Okay, so these are the three questions that we have already answered. Now, the next question is that what affects our investment decisions, or what are the factors that we need to consider when we talk about investing decisions? कौन सी चीजें हैं जो affect करती हैं आपके investment decision? So 5 things are there: economic growth, confidence, state of technology, availability of funds, and interest rate. Now, what do you mean by economic growth? See, jab economy is growing, when economy is enjoying a good period, when the economy is operating on full employment or above employment, above full employment, that means some amount of inflationary conditions are prevailing, or you can say the economy is on boom period, then in that case, your investments will always go up. And in the reverse situation, when the economy is operating in recession, or there is no demand for the products, in that case, investments will go down. So you have to ensure that when you are investing, what are the economic conditions? So if the economic conditions are good, the economy is having a boom period, your investments will increase. And when the economy is facing recession, the investments will go down. Now, next thing is confidence. Now, what this confidence actually means. For this, I'll share a quote with you, which was given by Keynes, that it's the animal spirit of businessmen. Now, what this animal spirit means? See, when animals go for hunting, they make sure that the environment is safe. When does the lion or tiger go for hunting? When it's night time, and when he's fully sure that there won't be much trouble, and he will be easily, he will be easily able to hunt his prey. Now, how this is applicable in business? Just like animals, the businessmen also invest money only when they feel that the environment is safe, only when the situation is safe, or only when the investment option is good enough. Okay? Now, They will evaluate the future cost, the demand and economic conditions of the project in which they are going to invest. And only once they are satisfied, they will invest their money. So this confidence actually means that the future cost and the future demand and to some extent the future economic conditions. Okay, so this is confidence. Next thing is state of technology. State of technology basically means that what kind of technologies you are presently using, right? And if the technology is upgrading, you know, constantly upgrading, it means that the economy is also growing. All these points are interconnected, you know. So when the technology is advancing, when the technology is upgrading, the economy will also upgrade. And when the economy is upgrading, the investment decisions or the investments will also go up. And when the state of technology is very poor, you see why there is not much infrastructural investment in rural areas, because there is no technology. And as compared to that, in urban areas or in metropolitan cities, the state of technology is very good. You know, we have good connectivity over here. We have all kinds of facilities over here. And that is why the investment is more here. All the companies, all the major companies want to set their office or, you know, plant or whatever setup they want to have. They will always do it in areas where the state of technology is good. And in those areas where the state of technology is very poor, the investments will go down. There won't be any good investment happening. Now, the next thing is availability of funds. See, this is very important and very basic kind of a thing. You will only invest when you have money. If you don't have money, you will not invest. Simple as that. And यहाँ पे money का मतलब ये नहीं है कि खुद के पास money है या नहीं. It means जो भी possible sources थे, वहाँ सबसे आप check कर चुके हो. And in all the cases, if you are still not able to, you know, get sufficient funds, then obviously you won't be able to invest the money. ठीक है? अभी क्या होता है? If you want to go and buy something, what will you do? You will ask your parents. ठीक है? First of all, you will go and check your savings. If your savings are enough, obviously you will not have to go to anybody. But if your savings fall short, if your pocket money is falling short, then what will you do? You will go and ask your mummy or you will go and ask your papa that give me some amount of money. And with that pool of money, along with the savings that you have, you will go and buy the product. But if considering all the pool of savings that you have collected, if you are still not able to finance that investment, then you won't be able to invest, right? So availability of fund is a very important factor. अगर आपके पास funds हैं, you will be obviously increasing your investments, and अगर नहीं हैं, तो your investments will go down. Next thing is interest rates. This is again very important point. अब यहाँ पे interest rate को don't get it confused with the rate of return. यहाँ पे interest rate का मतलब है जो आपकी cost of capital है, ठीक है? From where you have borrowed that money. Obviously, यहाँ पे we are assuming that all the investments that we are having, they are not financed by the retained earnings entirely. We have to go and buy. We have to go and you know, ask the public to provide us with the funds. So in that case, we have to give them some return, and that is the cost of capital. So that cost of capital is nothing but the interest rate that we have to pay to them. Now, if the interest rate, now here the point to remember is, if the interest rate is less than the rate of return that you are getting from the investment, it is always good that you should go for that investment and your investments will increase. But if the interest rate is more, which means the cost of capital is more than the rate of return, that means कि आपको जहां से आपने पैसा लिया है वहां पे you are paying more than what you are actually receiving from the investment. खर्चा ज्यादा हो रहा है, आपकी cost ज्यादा पड़ रही है as compared to your return. So in that case, your investments will go down. This is again also very simple. So these are the 5 points that affects the investing decisions. Now, there is one more important factor that affects the investing decision, that is government policies. I somehow forget to include it here. So that should also be covered in this topic. So government policies also affect the investing decisions. How? If the government says, or what happened is sometimes government, restrict certain industries to, limit their investments to these particular options only, or these particular projects only, or some projects are only limited for वेरियस स्टेक होल्डर्स जो भी उनके डिसाइडेड होंगे उन्हीं वही लोग सिर्फ उसमें इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. Or government might increase the tax policy, or they might come up with a new change in their policy. कुछ भी fiscal policy हुई या monetary policy हुई जिसकी वजह से the investment decisions will get affected. So that is again very important, and you should always consider that also whenever you are going for some investment. Government policies frame a very important part in it. Agar government ki policies are favorable, you will increase your investments. And if the government policies are not favorable, then you will not increase your investment. All right, so I'll just explain this confidence factor once again. So this confidence basically means that how confident do you feel about the investment. Now, when will you feel confident?
Ma'am, when we will have the money with us.
Yes. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So when will we feel confident? When we have sufficient funds about it. Okay, fine. That is fine. But is it sufficient? Is it the only thing that you are worried about, that you have sufficient funds or not? अगर आपके पास funds है and आपने invest कर दिया, is your duty done? Is your responsibility done? Can you be assured that now the investment is going to reap you good benefits in future? Obviously not, because the return that you are going to get, or the investment is going to fetch you, is very important. So that return is actually something which builds confidence in the mind of the investor. So the future return, or the future cost, or the future demand, and whatever might happen in this span of time for which your money is going to be blocked, that actually makes up the confidence of the investor. So if you are totally satisfied with all these conditions, you are confident enough, then only you will go for the investment, and your investment will go up. But if you're not satisfied, you feel that in future the cost might go up, or the returns might fall, or there might be recession in the future, in that case it's not good that you should go for such an investment. Your investments will go down, right? And this is similar to the act of animals. How they go for hunting, it's of a similar kind. When the animals feel safe and they feel that they will be done with the hunting process and it will be quick, and they're satisfied that they won't have any trouble during that process, only then they will go for the hunting. Otherwise they will not go. So this term was or this quote was given by Keynes. It states animal spirit of businessmen. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we can say that simultaneously confidence is related to that certainty.
Yeah, certain economic factors. You can say that also.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we'll just end it here. And these are the questions that you're going to do as your homework, so that you are able to so that I will also be able to understand that whether you are getting it or not. So the first question is, what are the best options available for investment when the investor seeks regular return? I have already told you that we have three options. We can go for business expansion, We can go for replacement, or we can buy or hire or lease a new product. But out of all these options, which one will be better if a person wants regular return? ठीक है, regular income मिलती रहे investor को, उसके लिए कौन सा option better होगा? And out of these three major categories also, इनमें सब categories बहुत होती हैं. So आपको वो सब category के साथ मुझे explain करना है, ठीक है? Then next question is, how does the government affect the investing decision of corporates? This also I have already explained you, but you can go more in the details. So these are the two questions that you have to do. So this is it. Right, thank you.